Hey guys, Greg here, Off-Road Innovation. Just wanted to make a quick video, just kind of showcasing some of the products that we make here in-house. These are custom-made wiring harnesses, OEM replica harnesses for the Kawasaki Tecate 4 and the first gen 8485 Kawasaki Tecate 3-wheeler over here. There's a lot of cool features about this stuff. So very different than the original harnesses that came on the bikes, which did hold up and the connectors were high quality and stuff, but the way they were assembled was a little inferior to this type of style. So we use chemically resistant, UV resistant, even temperature resistant sheathing for all these. Nothing is electrically taped wrapped. Like electrical tape wrap stuff is super sloppy. It's a lot easier to do, saves a lot of time, but this is more complicated. You actually have to snake wires through the sheathing. You have to have predetermined output holes and stuff like that. So it's a lot more work, but it speaks for itself. I mean, this stuff is still super flexible, can contour in between different things, and it has all those properties that an original harness really wouldn't have. And all the brass connectors, most of them are Japanese made, thick wall stuff, not stuff you get on Amazon. It's very difficult to find these connectors online. It does require special tools to install a lot of this stuff. And there's a lot of tricks to the trade. But yeah, top-notch connectors, everything top quality. There's a couple little pieces that I have to get from Taiwan, like these H4 headlight connectors. I just can't get them anywhere else. And these are fine, but as far as like the boots go, the connectors, everything's top notch. The wiring we have either custom made here in the States or it comes from Japan. And we've had really good luck with the wiring with the exact color codes as the OEM wire. So like white, white with red tracer, yellow, red. It could be black, yellow, black, white, etc., etc. There's a lot of different color codes that they use. We try to match every single thing possible. So Tecate 4 harness here works on both 87, 88 Tecate 4 direct. Basically copy the OEM stuff, just better grade, better quality, better protected. The first gen T3 harness here is a 3-piece harness. It comes with the waterproof boot here, the harness boot, the headlight, little pigtail, whatever you want to call it, and the main harness itself. One thing I'm not sure if we posted it on the website or not, but basically this harness combines the 84 and 85. So they technically were a different harness. One had some additional wiring that the other one didn't, just because of the different handlebar, kill switch, headlight on-off switch usage that required slightly different harnesses. But we basically made one harness that works for both ears. A lot easier on us. This is not high volume stuff. This isn't Banshee stuff. This isn't Honda 250R stuff. I'm not selling 100 harnesses a year. But we go the extra mile to make the best stuff, even though we're selling a lot, less volume. It's just, we gotta simplify things to make that possible, and that's one of the things that we did. So this particular harness does come with the additional wiring for the 85. Basically it combines both. You have both connectors for both ears, and it's done. A little bit about like just one of the specialty tools here that we use on a daily basis, and there's quite a few of them, and there's different versions of this tool, sizing, side connectors, etc., etc. But just for reference, this would be one tool that we use a lot. This is an expensive tool. This tool, I believe, was about $80 to $100. They do make a cheaper version for sure, but this holds up. Adjustable crimps. It does the dual crimp at the same time. You've got tension adjustment, and this works really well for us. Just to give you a heads up on some of the connectors here, just so you can kind of see, this is just one tray out of many trays. Now, some of this stuff is inferior quality connectors. Like some of this stuff in here did come with some other stuff that we had gotten, and it's cheaper grade stuff. But the majority of this is Japanese thick wall connectors. Like these boots are very hard to find here in the US. H4 headlight connectors, straight side versions. It takes special tools to do professional quality connections like that. And these are the green waterproof boots. You've got the clear, just like resistant, boots that a lot of these use from the factory. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of there's tin connectors, straight brass connectors, etc., etc. And like I said, multiple trays like this to be able to make this stuff economically and quickly, you have to have the right stuff to do it. So this is just a little bit of, you know, the stuff that we use on a daily basis. Just for reference, just to see what I'm talking about. This here is a 40-year-old Tecate 3 harness. Basically electrical taped. This gets packed full of dirt. It is so much easier to make a harness like this versus what we're doing. But it's inferior for a couple of reasons. We replicate the good features of it. We have the same type of boots, the dual connectors, et cetera, et cetera. All this stuff, we try to maintain the quality of the original harness, but make it a little bit better, which is what we did. I just don't like electrical. It just makes a gooey mess when this stuff breaks down, and it doesn't last as long as something that has this type of sheathing on it. So yes, it's easier to do this. Once you get into major harnesses, complicated automotive stuff, 4x4 stuff with CDI brains for automatic four-wheel drive control, there's so many color codes and wiring that it's simply impossible to do this, because you would have 100 wires in here and it would just be a nightmare to snake all that stuff. And those do get wrapped at the end. They're assembled, soldered, crimped, everything, and then you just wrap it at the end. And I totally understand that. That makes perfect sense. But this stuff is more simple. We could do these like our way. So this is a little, you know, a crude setup here. We're going to be trying to make a lot more content for YouTube and our channel, just to kind of get the word out of some of the stuff we do. It's not just going to be boosting and, you know, tooting our own horn about the products that we make, but also how-to videos, how to install some of the stuff that we sell. There's a lot of common mistakes with, let's say, brake master cylinder rebuild kits and stuff like that. And I could show you like our kit versus some of the competition, the differences, and an easy way to install those master cylinder cups and stuff like that. There's going to be other stuff. There's going to be detailed videos coming out on original cylinder platings, that, you know, how to tell the difference between a modern day nickel plating cylinder, electrofusion bore, sleeve cylinder, and actually have some cylinders lined up here, show you guys how to figure that stuff out, to understand more about it, pros and cons to the different platings and type of, you know, cylinders that we run into all the time. And there are pros and cons to every single thing and every single company that's doing the work, and every single plating company, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of information there that we've had from doing this stuff for so long, and it's about time to kind of share some of that and really help people out to, you know, and it's also a lot easier for our customers to just shoot them over. It's like, hey, you know what? Like, I don't even need to have the conversation about your cylinder. Watch our video on the cylinders, get back to me and tell me what it is, and I can give you the best advice on how to deal with it. So it's going to save us a headache as well, versus, hey, send me pictures, you know, blah, 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 all that stuff. But there's a lot going on here. This is just the start of it. Hopefully improve the setup a little bit, work on better audio and stuff. But I guess some content is better than no content. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for right now, and that's what I'm bringing to you guys. So definitely, you know, check us out, and, you know, let me know what you think.